Welcome to Onsrud live preview of FABTECH 2025. I'm going to kill a little time here, let everybody come into the group, and that way we can start promptly at 3 o'clock and show you what we have in store. So currently I'm standing in plant 1 of 3 that we have here at our beautiful manufacturing headquarters in Troutman, North Carolina. If you've never seen us before, you've never taken a tour through our factory, we would love to have you. We would love to show you the variety of equipment and what we call the Onsrud difference. Those of you who may not have an opportunity to visit CR Onsrud here in Troutman, North Carolina, definitely encourage you to come by our booth at FABTECH in Chicago, just a few weeks away. That booth number is 6131. That's in Hall A. Looks like we've got some more people coming on here. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're excited about this event. This is one of the first live YouTube events that we've had. In recent years, we've done Instagram Live, some other events live, and Zoom meetings, Zoom events, Google as well. So we're excited to kind of test this out a little bit and hopefully bring you all more live streaming events, demonstrations, and educational seminars live via YouTube. So again, thank you for everybody tuning in. So just a quick little backstory and a little bit of kind of what's going on behind me. Our plant is in full operation currently, so we're doing this event live on our production floor. This is what we call plant 1. Our plant 2 is just down the hill, and that handles a lot of our fabrication of the frames, columns, bridges, and the main structural components. We also have plant 3. We recently opened back in December of 2024 with a ribbon cutting ceremony in March of 2025 that is also offices, training facilities, and houses a lot of the production aspects and final assembly for a lot of the bigger machines that we build here at CR Onsrud. You can see some machines we're shipping out the door here very soon. So it's definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if we've got a forklift driving by as we're doing this event. So it might make for a good laugh or two. Over to my left, we have our paint booth, which is where we paint all the machines and the components. And then further over to my left, we also have some other equipment. We've got nearing or have just been completed. So we're nearing 3 o'clock. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes, let everybody else join in for this live event. So I'm going to sound like a broken record here. I'm going to repeat some of the things that I may have just touched on for those of you who just are joining in. But we're live here on YouTube. Thank you all for coming in. This is our 2025 FABTECH preview event. So we're going to take the next 30 minutes approximately, kind of walk you through a little bit of our final production area, show you some of the demonstrations that we will be showing also at FABTECH in Chicago, kind of highlighting a little bit of the machines, some of the features, some of the varieties that they can be configured in, and also talking a little bit about kind of the application side of things. So if you're going to be at FABTECH, please come by, say hey to us, see these live and in person. This live event does some justice, but certainly seeing it in person is much better. So definitely encourage you to come see us at FABTECH. Again, that booth number is 6131. That's in Hall A at FABTECH coming up in Chicago just in a few weeks. We definitely look forward to seeing everybody there. For those of you who are not going to be at FABTECH, would love to get in touch with you. This is a live event, so there is a chat comment feature that you can definitely send us some questions, allow us the opportunity to follow up with you. We may not get to all of those questions today. We'll just kind of have to see how much time is left in the end and what we can address. But we'd definitely love to hear from you in any capacity. All right, so it is officially 3 o'clock Eastern time. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So my name is Thomas Tuck. I am Senior Manager of Regional Sales and Marketing Initiatives here at CR Onsrud. I'm standing in the middle of our one of our final assembly and production areas that we call Plant 1. It's one of the first factories that we built here back in 2007. Before we, shortly after there, we moved from our original home. Since then, we've done a number of factory expansions and new facilities, including plant number 3, which is another final assembly and production area that is across the street from where I'm standing right now. Behind me, you'll see a lot more of the production and final assembly area with the paint booths. And then kind of behind that area is where we have our full machine shop. We're very vertically integrated here at CR Onsrud. Everything from design and engineering, FEA analysis. We build our own control panels. We're doing all the fabrication, stress relieving, machining, so that we can provide our customers, and hopefully some of you in the future, the best product in the market with the best service and support to be there when you need us. So we're going to show you a couple of demonstrations today of what we're going to be elaborating on and allowing you to see in person at FABTECH in a couple weeks. We're going to start out with one of the most popular machines we manufacture at CR Onsrud. It's a 3-axis M-series CNC router. So follow me along. We're going to go take a quick little look at this machine. We'll talk a little bit about some of the varieties, features, and options that it has. So first off, we've got what we call the FANUC control system. We use FANUC controls and components top to bottom at CR Onsrud. What this allows us to do and provide you is a lot of performance, a lot of the serviceability, reliability behind that machine. So FANUC is the #1 control manufacturer in the world, and we're proud to be one of the top OEMs in the world to support their products, and they support us. So this is the hand pad control. It's standard on the M series, and we'll show you some other options later on, such as the console control and the 31i V5 30i that we also have on our 5-axis machines. What you see behind me is the M series. The model shown is a 5-foot by 12-foot 3-axis machine. It also comes in a wide range of sizes from 4x8 all the way up to a 5-meter or 6-meter long machine. So depending on your materials and applications, there are a number of different sizes that we can look at to cater to that material size and your productivity goals. This is using a standard vacuum, high flow vacuum table. This allows us to use a vacuum pump to suction down flat flat material such as a sheet of plastic or aluminum, wood, composites, and a wide range of material. Here we have a piece of plastic, and then we also have a piece of aluminum, and then in the back here we've got kind of a nice vacuum fixture that we will be kind of demonstrating at FABTECH. The flexibility and range of capabilities that this machine has to also do horizontal machining, drilling and machining of holes in aluminum extrusions as one example. We're going to walk back just another couple steps and allow you guys to see a couple of the other features and up-close options. So here we've got some of the vacuum zones, pop-up reference pins to easily locate and data mount the material. This has multiple vacuum zones, but if vacuum is not the best work holding method for your material or application, no problem. There's a number of different solutions such as mechanical insert tables, T-slot tables, and customized fixtures, as you see here, to hold the aluminum extrusions. Behind this fixture, we have a 12-position automatic tool changer that comes standard on this machine. 12 horsepower HSK 63F spindle. This particular unit here is to blow air onto the component, or MQL, minimum quantity lubrication, to provide a little bit of lubricity when we're cutting non-ferrous materials, or to help evacuate the chip and the heat caused by the cutting in other applications such as wood or plastics. So again, wide range of machine options, table sizes. This can also be configured in a multiple spindle solution as well. So we're going to walk back up to the front here, and I'm going to allow our applications engineer, John, to hit the go button, and we're going to see this machine cut the sheet of plastic here you see in the front. So take it away, John.
Thank you, sir.
So here we have a 3/8 inch thick sheet of UHMW. In addition to UHMW, a wide range of plastics from starboard to HDPE, acrylics are also common applications for a lot of our fabricators. This particular component is just kind of a sample demo component showing a range of machining operations such as through machining or cutting all the way through the component, pockets, bevels, chamfers, even a little bit of engraving. So this is a 3/8 inch thick UHMW, and we're using a couple of different tools in here with this program. The majority of the machining is done with a 2-flute tool at 200 to 250 inches per minute. So again, we're using vacuum to secure the component in place. And what that does is it helps dampen the vibration. It removes all the open air from underneath the part so that very efficiently it can hold it into place. We don't have to worry about it moving. So we can nest out a number of parts, creating a great material utilization. We can also utilize that vacuum to hold fixtures, a range of components, or integrate vacuum clamps, for example. So if I want to hold an aluminum extrusion in one section of the table, we can have clamps that basically use that vacuum pressure to close the clamp and secure the component that we're machining. So if you'll notice, there are definitely chips being created by the cutting tool. There are high velocity chip collectors or dust collectors that can also be part of the investment to help gather as many of those chips as possible to pull the chips that have just been cut or remaining off of the component, off of the table, keeping the shop floor as clean as possible. So we're going to pan over here real quick to this collection system we've got behind me. This is a system provided by Netterman, based in Charlotte, North Carolina, one of our great partners here at CR Onsrud. It's ideal for the fabrication industry. It creates a lot more suction and pressure, essentially, to help grab the chips that can be often heavy if you're cutting aluminum or plastic, and further elevate them and get them off the table and up into the dust collection system, gathering them, keeping the shop floor cleaner, and allowing you to dispose and discharge of that a lot easier than you can with a broom and a shovel. Right now we're just kind of dry cycling through this program just to kind of show you what was going on without that dust hood being down. You can see the air nozzles blowing air onto the tool tip and kind of replicating some of those machining operations that you just saw. So now we're going to head over to one of our kind of tried and true solutions, more of a machining center for aluminum extrusions. It's a lineal profile extrusion center, 5-axis machine. We have 2 versions of this machine. We're going to be showing at FABTECH the EX series, and To kind of complement that, we have a little brother, which is known as the X Series. So if you're fabricating tractor trailer components, lineal extrusions for the curtain wall industry, could be boat lifts, bridges, gangways, anything in an aluminum extrusion, or potentially a pultrusion that can come in a longer length that you need to cut to size, the X Series or the EX Series are a great fit. We're also going to show you a little bit of steel machining. So the demo that we're about to run is for aluminum, but if you'll follow me down, we're going to show you a little bit of the variety of capabilities, and we'll be showing some of this live at FABTECH in Chicago. So this component here is a steel tube. We'll take a look at some of the just kind of test and demo machining operations that we have performed in setup and preparation to ship these machines out next week to Chicago. This is a 3-inch square steel tube with 1/4-inch wall thickness. The reason that we're able to machine steel and aluminum, steel up to a certain thickness and dimension, is because of the rigidity of our machines. This EX Series we've outfitted with a 33 horsepower HSK 63A taper spindle. That is a beast of a spindle, so that we're able to go through really thick and heavy aluminum extrusions, but also some of the steel components you've just seen. So we're going to pan in here and let you see the spindle real quick. So we've got a full enclosure around the bridge and the spindle, just to help keep the chips contained and add some safety aspects. A couple other basic features of the machine. We're going to take a look at these clamps that you see right here. The EX Series has servo position clamps as a standard feature. What that allows you to do is to process that lineal extrusion in this example, so that the clamps can literally jump in and out of the way depending on where that machining operation is. On the X Series, servo clamps are definitely more common and an option, but we also have a manual clamp version. So depending on the productivity and flexibility of what you're going to be doing, we can help you determine which is the best fit. Chip and scrap conveyor is also a popular option for this machine, so that once the chips are funneled down into the center of that area, after the sawing, after the milling operations, then they can be easily taken out of the frame of the machine and exit out into a secondary scrap conveyor or somewhere to house them. So we have 12 servo position clamps on this EX Series, and a 550 millimeter diameter saw blade. What that allows you the capability of doing is to completely saw through this aluminum extrusion, not only vertically, but also at an angle. The greater the angle, the larger the diameter. So depending on what I'm doing, if I want to miter an extrusion that's up to a certain size, well, I'm going to need a saw blade with a large enough diameter to get through that without it hitting the arbor attached to the spindle. So, great concept for anybody doing lineal material, fiberglass, extrusions, some metal, even wood beams. Great areas for growth, depending on how many processes you have in your operation. Instead of buying that extrusion, let's say pre-cut to size or pre-machined, and then having to go through 2 or 3 different steps, the EX or the X Series can handle all of those machining operations and all that complexity in one solution, having to only touch it once to load it and a second time to unload it. So to see this live, we're going to go ahead and run this demonstration for you. So my colleague Thomas, and we'll hit that go button on our FABTECH control with a beautiful touchscreen interface. We want to pan over to that controller real quick. So this is the bigger console controller. You can see the clamp positioning, you can see the location of where that spindle is currently with all the G-code and quick, easy buttons for your wide range of operations that you need to accomplish on a daily basis. So we're going to go ahead and pan over here and take a closer look at this demonstration. So if this live event is just not enough for you and you want more, check out our YouTube channel. That's the servo positioning right there, moving in and out of the way, allowing that spindle and the tool for clearance. Now are we going to reposition? We want to give it enough structure to try to reduce those vibrations and also just hold the component in place, reduce any deflection in that machining operation, and allow for an increase of accuracy to the component. So now we're going to be doing a tool change. This has standard a 12 position tool changer with an option up to 24. Right now we're doing some drilling and tapping operations. The spindle has an inverter in it to allow that capability, so rigid tapping, no problem on the X or the EX series. This particular component that we're machining has a 0.30 wall thickness, and most of the machining operations are at 100 inches per minute. It's definitely capable of thicker and larger aluminum extrusions. So now we're going to park that tool, and we've got the saw blade station. That's where we house the saw blade, which again has a capable diameter of up to 550 millimeters. Now we're going to go up and over the top, reposition, so we can machine through or saw through the other half. The saw blade is not only good for sawing the extrusion to a finished dimension, but also can be used for notching or essentially to take the place of a milling operation, such as a square corner notch. We're going to take a quick look down here at what we just accomplished. So we've got the through sawing operation here. We got a milled out pocket here and a couple clearance holes in the top. So here's another up close look of that component not on the machine. So in terms of the cut quality, milling quality, in terms of finish, I'm not really seeing much of a burr. I think that's beautiful. So again, if you're coming to FABTECH, you want to see this in person. Not only are you going to see something close to this, we're going to have some other demonstrations to show the wide range and capabilities of the EX series. So again, that booth number, and I'm going to have to memorize this before today's over, but is A6131. That is in Hall A at FABTECH in Chicago. So we're going to leave this demo here for now, and we're going to walk back over to the M series to conclude the demonstrations of what we'll have going on at FABTECH, including this 6000 series aluminum sheet nest that we're going to perform. So before John gets started on this is what the finished component will look like after he gets done routing it. We didn't polish this up. We did no deburring. We didn't send it through any other second or third operation. This is coming straight off the machine. You're not going to get that with a water jet. You're not going to get that with a laser or a plasma. You're certainly not going to get that. So if you're looking to improve your process of plastic or non-ferrous metal fabrication, combining operations into one machine, improving material utilization, creating better yields, improving the flexibility of materials and capabilities for your business. This is a gotta-see machine. The capabilities are incredible, and there's a reason that this is the most popular machine we manufacture for fabricators. ACM, extrusions, plastic, wood, foams, composite, aluminum, no problem, all with the same machine. We may need to add an option or two to get you to the capabilities that you need, but out of the gate, an ideal solution manufactured right here in Troutman, North Carolina. All right, so I'm going to allow John to go ahead and start running this aluminum 6000 series demonstration, and we'll take a closer look. The dust hood, just so you guys can see, or the chip hood. .175 inches per minute with a 3-flute tool is what we just accomplished. 3/8 of an inch thick, 6061 aluminum. series, you're making a tool change anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds each, depending on where that spindle is on the table. 12 positions. Some models have up to 16. Other models we manufacture outside of the M series up to 24 positions. Right now we're using a little bevel tool, a little miter tool, just to give it a little bit of a bevel on the edges. One last step involved in this demonstration. We're going to cut through the final pass, eliminating any material that was remaining to help hold it in place with the vacuum, so that essentially now you can release the vacuum of the machine and we can pull that component right off the table. All those again for you live at FABTECH coming up in a few weeks. This is the finished component, not that actual one, but just to kind of give you another review of the machining operations that we performed and the finished quality that you can expect. So again, we appreciate everybody tuning in for this live YouTube event. We're very excited that you all joined us, and we're even more excited to talk with you again. So definitely come see us at FABTECH, and if you're not going to be there, please send us a chat, or you can reach us via our website, and we'll hopefully see you guys again at some future events. So if there's any questions or comments, feel free to go ahead and drop them in to this event, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Again, my name is Thomas Tuck, Senior Manager of Regional Sales and Marketing Initiatives here at CR Onsrud. We appreciate everybody joining in, and thank you for your time. Have a great day.